Atlantic Fleet. Battle of the Atlantic continued as Germany. Week 1 of September 1940 is where we are at. We have all red squares on the tonnage wall. Almost 450,000 tons is being sunk per month. We are down to 29. Right, I actually need to figure out what to do with these ships over here. Guys are now medium. Oh, they've got it down to medium damage. Alright, you can stay as you are then. Is a light cruiser escort or not? I'm not sure if it is. Either way, just to be safe, let's quickly go into the shipyard here and very quickly get a replacement for oh, excuse me, for the destroyer that was lost previously. Let's see. Right, we've used up all these. Go on, let's use the Z20. Right, Z20, you please hurry along and be an escort to these ships over here. Right, meanwhile, you guys continue to make your way into the Atlantic. Oh! Huh. Would you look at that? In the Azore Islands in sunny weather in week 1 of September 1940, the destroyer Z20 has picked up an enemy contact in the afternoon. It's the destroyer Brazen, and she's escorting a merchant ship C2 freighter. My destroyer has the initiative. The German destroyer. Well, that's interesting. You weren't really supposed to come across these ships, but nevertheless, if you insist, then here we are. 17.9 is suggested. There's 17.9. Let's see. We need to correct for the wind. I would say probably about this much, maybe. Open fire. Fire! Oh, it's scored a hit already. They've opened up as well. Oh, that's close. Possible underwater damage. But I'd say that's sort of on the boundary where I would expect underwater damage. Right, well, that's, you know, pretty good. Pretty good so far. Right, 17.9 was a hit. They're saying 14.5 now. Yeah, you do have to come down quite a lot with the destroyers because they do tend to sort of move in rather quickly. Fire! Well, we've set them on fire, so that's a good thing, I suppose. Ooh, those were close again. Shells were short last time, long this time, so in theory, you'd think they're going to score hits on this salvo. I don't want them to score hits on this salvo, but I suspect they could very well do that. I'll go 14.8. Let's adjust the guns just a little bit about here. Right. Fire! No, those were short. Still just 2 guns firing, and they're long once again. That's good. That's very good. As long as they're not hitting me and I'm hitting them, we can carry this on indefinitely. Assuming I have the shells necessary to continue the fight. If I run out of shells, then then we're in a bit of a bothersome situation, so to speak. Right, we won't go quite as crazy with the elevation this time. We'll go 14.6. Fire! Good, that's another 2 hits. Got on fire in 2 places now. Oh, that's a hit on the funnel. They just about clipped the funnel there. So that's the first hit. They won't really damage us too much if they only ever hit the funnel. If they hit other places, they will damage and potentially even sink us. But if it's just the funnel that they keep hitting, then we'll be fine. Fire! I hope I don't regret not correcting for the wind. Oh, very nice. No regrets at all there on my side. And they're making smoke. Not a problem. And annoyingly, they've covered themselves quite well. I can't see a thing. That's a really good smoke screen. If ever you wanted an example of a great smoke screen, here it is. You can't see a thing. But unfortunately, that's not enough on its own, at least, to stop me. I just tend to ignore the smoke screen a bit. Fire! Like that, for example. So the superstructure has been blown to bits. Still trying to run away desperately. Both the destroyer and the C2 freighter. Unfortunately, I don't think either of you will run away today. I'm going to go with the same elevation again. Fire! It's another hit. A little bit short this time, so we'll crank it up ever so slightly on the next tab. Let's just turn a little bit. I'm going to have to adjust for the wind ever so slightly now. But very, very slightly, not that much. Go to 14.2. There we go. Fire. Oh, those were short. Ah, right. We'll have to really, really crank it up then, big time. Right, let's go all the way up then. About 14.8 maybe this time. Yeah, the wind's clearly going to be messing with the shells now. Right, let's put them about here. Fire! So the correction was brilliant, but the elevation not so much. Move you along again. Right, this time let's not mess about and go all the way up to 16.1 immediately. Could have gone for 16, but we just ended up going to 16.1. Fire! 16.1 is close enough to 16 anyway. Possible damage. Oh, they've opened up again. Good. Considering they have probably damaged radars and spotters, and they were behind a smoke screen for the last several turns, that's pretty good going. In terms of the shooting we've just seen now. Mind you, it is elite gunnery, so, well, what do you expect? If you put elite gunnery on, you should expect elite gunnery. If anything, I should be more surprised if I don't see really good gunnery, because, well, if elite gunnery is not that good gunnery, what's non-elite gunnery then? They're still not sinking, they're remarkably tough. Ooh, that was close. I thought that could have hit us possibly. Right, let's move you along again. Let's have a look. 17.4 was good, so let's go up a bit more. Make a tiny adjustment for the wind. Fire. Only one hit this time. Most of the shells fell short on that occasion. And still not scored any hits. I think then if we can get away with not being hit again, I really do think that by the time the Z-20 gets to its assigned ships, the crew will have repaired the damage so that it won't even have light damage on it anymore. I really do. Because what have they done so far? They've just hit the funnel high up. Fire! It's not really damaged anything, then, has it? Much more welly needed on the elevation this time. Oh! Alright, that's probably a bit more substantial. That's the worst salvo so far, in terms of damage caused to me, I'm assuming. It doesn't mean that severe damage has been caused, it's just that, you know, this time it's much worse than previous salvos. Right, so more welly on the correction and the elevation. Fire! It's a good slogan, I guess. More welly on the correction and the elevation. I wonder what you could use that for. Drop a comment for what could you use that slogan for. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Brazen was sunk for 1,360 tons. One merchant ship C2 freighter was sunk for 5,500 tons. On the German side, the destroyer Z-20 received light damage. Warship tons sunk on the British side 1,360. Merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 5,500. Nothing sunk on the German side, 1,360 renown earned. Oh, that. I'm making noises again. And I apologise for that. In the Canary Islands, in week 1 of September 1940, in sunny weather, the submarine U-104 with light damage and the submarine U-105 with no damage have picked up an enemy contact at noon. It is none other than the battleship Rodney and the destroyer Kingston, and they're escorting one merchant ship large freighter and one merchant ship C2 freighter. The German submarines have the initiative. Oh! Bismarck Tirpitz, we need you down here right now. Can you teleport here instantaneously? It'd be very nice if we could, but that's not going to happen really, is it? No, it's not. They're close-ish. No air support. Oh, you're nowhere near. Although, if we go flank, maybe we could pincer them. They're turning a little bit as well. Oh! We're miles away. We're miles away, but just in a different direction. Right, we're not miles away anymore. Right. We need to do this. We need to finish them off quickly. I don't think full torpedo. If I have to be honest, right? I don't think full torpedo is going to be enough to do this. What are they saying for torpedo well, not torpedo elevation, but torpedo bearing? 58.9. So right over here. I actually will put one here then. Yes, because it's a 3-turn shot. One at 8.9 then. One at 9.9. I'll put one at 7.9. Yeah, the sun's not going to clear this one if I put it at 6.9. Right, well, here we go. Fire away, please. Do the best you can. Given the very unfavourable circumstances. I suppose we do still have U-105 here, potentially ready for a slight pincer operation. Oh, they're turning the other way now. Right, they've stopped. Good. That's fine. The destroyer doesn't have air support out here, so we can just stay at periscope depth. Now this will be a huge moment if we can do this. Here we go. Nope, they're not coming quietly. Come on, finish them off with the secondary. Yes! We did it! We did it! The Rodney is sinking. The second of the Nelson-class battleships has been sunk. Oh! We did it! 4 torpedoes was enough. Yeah, I mean, pretty much perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just, yeah. Oh, we did it! Yeah, we did it. Amazing. That's truly amazing. Very, very, very pleased with that. Dare I say, even impressed, perhaps. Right, well, the Kingston's going to be interested in what happened over here. Anything that causes the Nelson-class battleship to roll over, capsize and sink. I think we had a magazine detonation here as well, I think. From the X-turret. We can't really tell because we don't have the enemy damage control turned on. Just like you wouldn't have it turned on in real life. But, yeah. Oh, this is a big moment. Rodney is no more. There we go. She's gone. She is gone. Wow. Well, there you go. Not really much to say, is there? Other than, wow. That's a devastating blow. Right, now we just need to finish off the Kingston, and that'll be it. For this battle. Probably not for the whole campaign. Although, who knows. In previous playthroughs, I have managed to capitulate Britain in September 1940. I think the earliest I've ever managed to do it was week 2 of September 1940. That was the earliest ever. And then I remember a couple of times I managed to do it in October 1940, but yeah, once I get past the summer of 1940, it's a roll of the dice basically as to when capitulation occurs. Right, I will have to dive at some point because the Kingston will open fire, and I don't want to get shot at. It's you know, not nice. Right, I think this could be the turn where they open fire on us, which means we'll have to dive. Either way, I'm going to dive anyway. Yep, there you go. Oh, is that what we're doing then? You sank my battleship, so I'm going to get a hit on you in the very first salvo. Pumps and pressure hull with heavy damage. Oh, no, 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 no. Dive, dive, dive away. Dive away, please. Right, there we go. They'll have to get closer now because they can't actually fire at me with their guns. Honestly though, the audacity, your very first salvo, what do? You hit the pumps. Ugh. But again, Italy gunnery, don't be surprised. Yeah, but I didn't say perfect gunnery, there was perfect gunnery. I'm like... Actually no, who are we kidding? If there was a setting to do perfect gunnery, I probably would go for it anyway. Or would I? Because at that point you're sort of begin to just make it unnecessarily hard for yourself. In real life, you wouldn't see perfect gunnery, and my aim is to make this as realistic as possible. So I probably would go for elite gunnery, but probably not perfect gunnery where they, you know, magazine detonate your ship immediately, because that wouldn't happen in real life. Yeah, I think this is a fine balance then between the two. The balance between perfect gunnery and what's the opposite of perfect? Imperfect gunnery. I don't know. Imperfect doesn't sound as strong as it should do. Imperfect just implies it's not perfect, whereas I'm saying it has to be the opposite of perfect. But anyway, let's focus on the task at hand. We still have the Kingston destroyer here that is causing problems. We can't be having it cause problems. Oh, possibly could have fired at that range. Get a little bit closer to me, hopefully. We can get some good shots away now. Let's see. Oh, I'm not sure. Is that good enough for you? Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. That would have been good enough. They've turned back. It's tricky because instead of staying at the range where it's, you know, is that good enough, is that not good enough? Nope, so that wasn't good enough. We wouldn't have managed to get anything. Oh, excuse me, fired away at point blank range at 2600. It's tricky. We've managed to take out the biggest threat, but this smaller threat is, you know, causing problems. I need them to turn back and get closer. That's what I need to happen. And it's not happening. They're just going around in circles. Right, they've turned around again. Good. Good. Hopefully we can now get into a good shooting position. 2,950. Yep, I think the next turn is the one where we will fire torpedoes. Yes, you can spin around all you want now. It's useless now. 1,600 yards now. Surface and fire the torpedoes, please. Fire them away. 1430. Perfect. Perfect range. This will be for damaging my pumps, which I do not appreciate in any way possible. Fire! Yeah! How do you like that? I hope your pumps were damaged. Yeah! Kingston has been sunk. Right, sink merchants and withdraw. Action report. On the British side, the battleship Rodney, the final of the Nelson class, was sunk for 34,000 tons. The destroyer Kingston was sunk for 1,690 tons. Merchant ship large freighter sunk for 7,800 tons, and one merchant ship C2 freighter sunk for 5,500 tons. On the German side, the submarine U-104 ends with light damage, and the submarine U-105 ends with no damage. Warship tons sunk on the British side, 35,690. Merchant ship tons sunk on the British side, 13,300. Nothing sunk on the German side, 35,690 renown earned. Right, it's week 1.5 of September 1940. Actually, Z20, you can just stay here and have the Z17 come over here. Right. I hope we see the Bismarck and Tirpitz in action at least once. It'd be somewhat of a shame to just buy them and never use them. Cape Verde in week 1.5 of September 1940, an Allied convoy was attacked by submarines. 63,970 tons of merchant shipping sunk. In the United Kingdom, in weeks 1.5 of September 1940, a submarine was attacked by enemy aircraft. U-110 received medium damage. Well, it's week 2 of September 1940. So, yeah. Right. Now what I'm going to do is split off this fleet and instead have you guys head up this way to patrol the Arctic. I'll leave these guys there for the time being. East Sargasso Sea. In week 2 of September 1940, an Allied convoy was attacked by submarines. 50,350 tons of merchant shipping sunk. Oh, we did it! We did it! Great Britain sues for peace. In week 2.5 of September 1940. Starved of war materials, Britain is forced to the negotiation table. The invasion of Fortress Europe will not come from the north, if it comes at all. H-39 class battleship now available in Battle of the Atlantic campaigns. The Battle of the Atlantic is over. We did it. We only went ahead and did it. Oof. I'll leave the music playing for a while. Right, oh, excuse me. Let's take a look at the final stats then. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, look at that. Battle of the Atlantic, week 2.5 of September 1940. We've won it already. Little over a year it took us. Naval vessels sunk on the German side for the whole campaign was 23,768. Naval vessels sunk on the British side was 132 for the entire campaign at 821,000 tons. Merchants sunk for Germany at 0. Merchants sunk for Britain over 1,000. 1,007. 5.9 million tons, which works out at 453,000 tons per month. And this is in a visual way. Ships lost for Britain, ships lost for Germany. It's not too many for Germany, but it's a lot for Britain. It's a considerable amount. Right, well, it is a bit of a shame we didn't get to use the Bismarck and Tirpitz, but either way, we did it. We only went ahead and did it. Right, well, I guess it's time to finish off this video and also this whole series. That is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video and the Battle of the Atlantic as Germany series. If you enjoyed this video and the whole series in general, then do leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you for watching this video and this series, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.